Hi guys, Rachybop here, back with another iOS 8 video. Today I'm going to be talking about iOS 8.3, which is the latest update that's just come out, and you guys need to update your iPhones if you haven't yet. And to do that you need to go to Settings, General, Software Update, and it will tell you here if your software is up to date or not. Mine is, because I've updated to iOS 8.3. And with 8.3 you're going to get a variety of things. This is what I saw as I was downloading it, and you can see here it says that you will get improved performance, bug fixes, and a redesigned emoji keyboard. So it's giving you improved performance for all these things. App launching, let's check that, shall we? Yeah, that was great, thanks. App responsiveness, messages, Wi-Fi, control center, Safari tabs, third-party keyboards, keyboard shortcuts, simplified Chinese keyboard. And you're also going to get Wi-Fi and Bluetooth fixes, and these are as listed on the site. It fixes an issue where you could be continuously prompted for login credentials. It addresses an issue where some devices disconnect intermittently from Wi-Fi networks. It fixes an issue where hands-free phone calls could become disconnected, and it fixes an issue where audio playback could stop working with some Bluetooth speakers. I can't say I've experienced any of those things, but it's good to know that they're working on little things for everybody. Also, orientation and rotation fixes to a few things, and these will address an issue that sometimes prevented rotating back to portrait after having rotated to landscape. That is something that sometimes affects me. Improves performance and stability issues that occurred when rotating devices between portrait and landscape. Fixes an issue where device orientation appeared upside down after putting the iPhone 6 Plus in your pocket. Here we're running iPhone 5S, so that's not an issue right now. Resolves an issue that sometimes prevented apps from rotating to correct orientation after switching apps in multitask. Also, in your messages there's some fixes. Addresses an issue that caused group messages to sometimes split. I do have group messages and I haven't had that. Gosh, that must be horrible. Fixes an issue that sometimes removed the ability to forward or delete individual messages. Resolves an issue that sometimes prevented a preview from appearing when taking a photo in messages. Adds the ability to report junk messages directly from the Messages app. Adds the ability to filter out iMessages that are not sent by your contacts. And also your family sharing, if any of you using family sharing, I have done a video on this previously. I'll try to remember to put a link on the cards and in the description. It fixes a bug where certain apps would not launch or update on a family member's devices. It fixes a bug that prevented family members from downloading certain free apps, and gives increased reliability for the Ask to Buy notifications. You're also going to get CarPlay fixes. Again, not something I've used, unfortunately. Fixes an issue where maps could come up as a black screen. I have had some glitchy maps actually from Google Maps, but not Apple Maps. I don't really use that. Who does? Fixes an issue where the UI could be incorrectly rotated. Fixes an issue where the keyboard could appear on the CarPlay screen when it shouldn't. And then enterprise fixes as well. See, there's a lot actually behind the scenes with this update. It improves reliability of installing and updating enterprise apps. Corrects the time zone of calendar events created in IBM Notes. Fixes a problem that could cause web clip icons to come generic after restarting. Improves reliability of saving the password for a web proxy. Exchange out-of-office message can now be edited separately for external replies. Improves recovery of Exchange accounts from temporary connection problems. Improves compatibility of VPN and web proxy solutions. Allows use of physical keyboards to log into Safari web sheets, such as for joining public Wi-Fi network. And fixes an issue that caused Exchange meetings with long notes to be truncated. Then we've also got some accessibility fixes as well, which is under here. These are fixes an issue where using the back button in Safari can cause voiceover gestures not to respond. Fixes an issue where voiceover focus becomes unreliable in draft mail messages. Fixes an issue where Braille screen input cannot be used to type text in forms on web pages. Fixes an issue where toggling QuickNav on Braille display announces that QuickNav is off. Fixes an issue keeping app icons from being movable on the home screen when the voiceover is enabled. And fixes an issue in speak screen where the speech will not start again after pausing. And some other improvements, some kind of uncategorized improvements and bug fixes are: introduced redesigned emoji keyboard with over 300 new characters. This I can show you. Here we have a thing where I message myself for videos such as this, and if you click emoji, we'll have to have emoji keyboard installed, but it's a pretty big deal. And when you click on like a certain icon, it now, oh no, if you hold it down, it now gives you different colour options. So you can have different skin tones with each emoji, which is, I mean, the yellow one is majorly offensive, and I mean, who coloured these? Like, I like these skin tone variations, I really like that, but the yellow one, what's that about? So yeah, there's a lot of emojis, and you can, I mean, look, seriously, what, they're just asking for trouble. So you can have a yellow Santa. Yeah, so you can have, I mean, and maybe these are just to symbolise that you can have another colour. No, they're actually coloured yellow. You can scroll through, you can see each category, or you can just press the category, but it also endlessly scrolls. I'm not sure if I like it, it's a bit weird. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about that in the comments, about the new emojis. I will be doing hopefully another video about these soon, but yeah, no. They're over 300, but they're probably just skin tone variations, so I wouldn't get too excited. There's still no llama. Let's send that. That's great. Doesn't that look great? No. iCloud Photo Library has been optimized to work with the new Photos app on OS X 10.10.3 and is now out of beta. Improves the pronunciation of street names during turn-by-turn navigation in maps. Good. Includes support for BAM, Varia Ultra 20 and Varia Ultra 40 Braille displays. Improves the display of spotlight results when reduced transparency is turned on. Adds italic and underline format options for iPhone 6 Plus landscape keyboard. Oh my goodness, I would like that. Adds the ability to remove shipping and billing addresses used with Apple Pay, if we actually had it over here. Additional language and country support for Siri. English, India and New Zealand. Danish, Denmark. Dutch, Netherlands, Portuguese, Brazil, Russian, Russia, Swedish, Sweden, Thai, Thailand, Turkish, Turkey. So there's going to be some more Siri questions. Let's just find Siri. So let's just check that. Yeah, we've got some new languages like I just listed there. They've all been added to Siri, so that's good. Also, additional dictation languages are Arabic for Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, and Hebrew, Israel. Improve stability for phone, mail, Bluetooth connectivity, photos, Safari, tab settings, weather and Genius playlist in music. Addresses an issue where the slide to unlock could fail to work on certain devices. Haven't had that personally. Addresses an issue that sometimes prevents swiping to answer a phone call on the lock screen. Addresses an issue that prevented opening links in Safari PDFs. Fixes an issue where selecting clear history and website data in Safari settings did not clear all data. Oh dear. Fixes an issue that prevented auto correcting FYI. That's great. I'm so glad they've done that. Yeah! Great. Great. Addresses an issue where contextual predictions did not appear in quick reply. I always had that problem. This bar never appears for me and now it's back. Yeah! Fixes an issue where maps did not enter night mode from hybrid mode. Resolves an issue where preventing initiating FaceTime calls from a browser or third-party app using FaceTime URLs. Fixes an issue that sometimes prevented photos from properly exporting to digital image folders on Windows. Fixes an issue that sometimes prevented an iPad backup from completing with iTunes. Fixes an issue that could cause podcast downloads to stall when switching from Wi-Fi to cellular networks. Fixes an issue where remaining time on timer would sometimes incorrectly display as 0000 on lock screen. Haven't had that and I use the timer a lot. Fixes an issue that sometimes prevented adjusting call volume, and fixes an issue that caused the status bar to sometimes appear when it shouldn't. Okay, so they're all the updates with iOS 8.3, so it's not as small as you're led to believe in the description when you download it. It's actually quite big, and if any of those issues affect you, I definitely recommend that you download this update. So let me know your thoughts about iOS 8.3, and of course those all important emojis in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date with things like this, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and thank you to all my patrons for your continued support. Goodbye.